Hello, welcome to the latest edition of the Belle Epoque Collection. Today I'm going to be speaking about an Australian painter and sculptor who is far more famous in America than he is in his home country. He is one of the most sought after artists in the United States, Brett-Livingstone Strong. Strong was born in Sydney in 1953 and was a child prodigy. His potential was recognised from a young age, holding his first exhibition when he was 4 years old. At 16, he held his first one-man show at Seabird Galleries, and for a short period, made money designing graphics for surfboards. He exhibited at Seabird Galleries once again in 1972 as part of the Promising Young Artists Showcase, where he displayed 7 works inspired by and including the Sydney Opera House with references to Indigenous Australia. This work is titled Creation, completed in 1972. One of the 7 works exhibited at Seabird Galleries. It shows a surrealistic interpretation of the Sydney Opera House being cradled by 2 large hands. The title is a reference to the book of Genesis, God's creation of the universe, and with the hands, Strong is portraying the Opera House as a work of God. In 1972, the Sydney Opera House was nearing completion, and preparations were being made for the opening ceremony in October 1973. One person who personally viewed Strong's collection of 7 works was Her Royal Highness, Queen Elizabeth II, who was so impressed that she personally commissioned Strong to design the artwork for the official invitations for the opening of the Sydney Opera House.
I have much pleasure in declaring the Sydney Opera House open.
Following the success of the Opera House commission, he moved to Los Angeles at age 23 on an artistic scholarship. He achieved nationwide media attention in America for turning a massive boulder which fell from the coastline into a huge sculpture of the face of American icon and film actor John Wayne. His next important project was building a life-size bronze statue of John Lennon to commemorate his death in 1980. The work was originally unveiled in New York City by his friend, the legendary pop artist Andy Warhol, and appeared on stage at the US Festival in 1983, where it was spontaneously venerated by Bono during U2's performance. In 1984, he was selected as the official artist of the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles and was commissioned to design 4 official posters for the event. In 1987, his success as a graphic designer continued when he designed the cover art for Fleetwood Mac's acclaimed Tango in the Night album. The Hommage à Henry Rousseau design received the Grammy Award for Best Album Cover of the Year in 1987. He also designed the supplementary album art for Michael Jackson's Bad album. That year, he was also commissioned by the White House to design the National Monument to the American Constitution, which was unveiled by President Ronald Reagan on September 17 as part of the bicentennial anniversary. It was at this time that Strong became close friend, confidant and creative partner of musical icon Michael Jackson. Together, they established the Jackson-Strong Alliance, which encouraged artistic pursuits to raise money for several charities. He even introduced Jackson to his first wife, Lisa Marie Presley. But perhaps Strong's most career-defining moment was his commission for the first and only official portrait which Michael Jackson sat for in his lifetime, The Book, completed in 1990. The work was inspired by the art of painting by Dutch master Johan Vermeer and sold for $2.1 million to a Japanese company, the Hiromichi Seiki Corporation. Today, this is still the record for the most expensive portrait by a living artist to have been sold. Today, Strong still paints and sculpts and maintains control over Jackson's legacy of paintings. In 2009, he received a knighthood in Belgium in recognition for his charitable work with children. Unfortunately, here in Australia, he is yet to receive the praise, the recognition, and the acceptance that he clearly deserves. It is paintings like these that are so important to our history, and this is how he will be remembered here. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of the Belle Epoque Collection, and I hope you've learned something. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.